Alright guys, welcome back to Frugal Homestead, and it's time for a tiny house update. Now mind you, the weather's been crazy. We've been working on firewood. I cracked the frame on my truck, so unfortunately one of the things I had to fall to the back burner was the tiny house. But that's okay, because we still managed to get a few things up and going. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is this. That is a giant pile of gravel. So we wanted to put a good base down. So we had this brought in, but unfortunately Dad's tractor had a belt break on the front right-hand side tire, which made it pretty much unusable. It had a big bubble in it. It was really bad. But as we wait for him to get that repaired, we're going to go ahead and let this sit here. Once his tractor is repaired, we will have this spread and also use the tractor to grind out the ground with a tiller and remove some dirt to flatten out a spot for our new garden. Now, obviously, as you can see, we've destroyed the ground by bringing in firewood, but that's all right. We're going to yard roll as we go. But one major thing that's been coming on is thinking about and planning for our puppies. So back here, around back, I've been working, and thanks to my wonderful neighbor Tim, who gave me a bunch of these round poles from a goat pen he tore down, I was able to get their run outside all set up. We just need to bring the fencing out. Now, these are used poles, but they are salt treated and pressure treated, so they will still work fine. They do have some concrete around them, but I wanted to make sure I could pull them out because our dogs are elderly. Now, you guys may say this is a very small dog run. Our dogs are lazy. They don't go outside much. This is honestly just for them to go to the bathroom in, and then I'll put a sunning deck here to where they can lay out and sun themselves if they want. But a nice little area. I will be cutting a dog door right there, and then they will have a concrete ramp that slides down to where they can comfortably come outside. And then I'm also going to cover the ramp with an awning to allow them to have a nice dry entry and exit, especially in the winter, because I don't want them walking their little paws on ice. But this is another step towards moving down here because our animals need to be just as comfortable as we are. All right, now as we go inside, there hasn't been a whole lot done, guys. We have been very busy with other things, but we have been starting to gather parts we need. For example, that is a shower faucet, and it will mount through the wall of the vanity there, and this will control the water that goes to our shower head, which is in here, that my lovely bride has picked so that this will be mounted up on the wall, and we'll have a hose that goes down to the top of that right there, mounted through the side. And then she has created a bar that goes from here to here to here for the shower curtain, which will also cover that spot. And then I can get in here and do all the caulking once that's up. But another thing she's completed is the stonework. So there you can see all the stones up, kind of give it a better look from back here. Now, it does not have its clear coat on yet, like this one does, but she also completed the bottom of this one to connect it to the table. Once again, we got to do clear coat, and the clear coat will give it that sheen that's so pretty. It also keeps it from drawing in moisture. So we will get that put on here probably today. That's probably what we're going to work on. Honestly, the bathroom's pretty much coming together. We got to get the toilet unpacked and set up. And as I said, there's a bunch of caulking needs done. We got some trim boards here. That faucet will be mounted right here with a hose that comes up, goes back, and goes up, and be mounted to the wall. And then I need to put the hinges on the door for the vanity and trim each side. And that will pretty much close off most of the bathroom for now. And then we will come back and do more on this as time goes on. So one of the things we're going to be working on a lot in the future here is plumbing. We're getting everything set up. The sink's mounted. We're getting ready to do everything plumbing wise. With that, we bought an actual tank water heater. Now this is the Richmond. You can get these at Menards. This is a 6-gallon version. Basically we took and got the biggest one that was 1500 watts or below, because we are going to take this thing to off-grid, but it's going to be mounted under here. So I had to measure what could fit through the door, and that's as big as we could put in. But 6 gallons should be plenty, because honestly, the shower down here is for quick washing and rinsing. That's why she chose one that had a switch. So basically you hit the switch, get wet, wash off, and while you're washing off, you have the switch turned off so you're not wasting water. Turn it back on, rinse off, and then if you want to take a long, like exquisite bath or something, you go up to the main house when there's not people staying there in the Airbnb or the apartment when it gets completed, and that's where you take your long baths if you so choose to. Now the reality is that you can only get things done so fast. Life gets in the way, things happen. But honestly, we have become kind of immune to the stress of that and the worry of that, because we're moving forward in other parts of our lives. We would love to get moved in here. Love to. But you can only do things so fast, like the fencing and putting the dog door in. I can't do that in the rain, and that seems like all it's done lately is rain. And I can't even have the tools set up outside to do a lot of things I need to do if it's going to rain. So whenever there's a nice day, I try and get things outside done. Lately, we've had a bunch of miserable days. Honestly, I probably could got more work done if it was snowing than raining, because we have had so much rain, I can't even believe it. But I am happy with where we're at now. I do think that we are moving forward, and I think it won't be long we will actually be moved in. A lot of people don't understand the concept of doing this piecemeal cost-wise as well. We are not incurring debt to build this house. We are building this as we get the money to build it. So another reason why we haven't gone gung-ho is because we're watching our nickels and dimes and pennies. I mean, this hot water heater pretty much completely paid for with Menards rebates that we were waiting to come back in. They came back in, we went up, and I think it cost us a total of $50 because we had bought so much other stuff at Menards for the house. We just had to wait for the rebates to come in, and that's a couple $100 saved easily. So the boss just showed up. What do you think so far, honey?
I think we're coming right along. I don't think it'll be much longer.
Yeah, I think that it won't be much longer because I'm going to make you work harder. I think you've been slacking off.
No.
But with that said, I think we're doing all right. We're trying to keep it up and keep it going. I have to get the water building in. She's going to do the plumbing, hopefully recruiting my dad to help, because plumbing is her thing. I don't like plumbing. But we'll get the plumbing going, get the water in, get the pump in, get the back yard set up, fencing, dog door. Those are major ones on my agenda. And then the rest of it is pretty much just fit and finish. She won't let me put the handrails up because she still is looking for a sectional couch at a reasonable price. I told her good luck, but she seems convinced she's going to find one.
I think I will.
I think you're just going to go out and spend $1,000.
Maybe.
But with that said, you guys, if you haven't already, and I don't know why you wouldn't have, go down, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see all of our upcoming videos. We will be back within 30 days with a better update on this place. But leave us in the comments, let us know what you think so far. And with that said, she's got to get back to work. I've got to go drink coffee. You guys got to watch some other videos because we've got tons of them on our channel, years and years worth. Go check it out, and we will see you in the next one.
There's the shovel for those rocks.
Good luck with that. I think that's a you job.
That's a you job.